Previously on the Silver Shell.
Ellie.
We're here, Elena. We are waiting.
Monica, why are we here?
Well, hi to you too.
It was I who brought you two here.
You're gonna tell us that they want to destroy the Silver Shell and use the story of Atlantis to draw you in, blah blah blah, been there, done that. Is it true? What is?
That you spirits never created the Silver Shell? We wanted to know who we are.
They were the host. Each one was a host. So the spirits were once human?
That's right.
But what happened to them? I think I can answer that. Follow me. Allie, this is my bedroom. Likewise, it's small. It was true they were once human, but I also learned they lived horrible lives. I didn't understand it at first, but what the shell told me was true. I even looked into their past, each and every one of them. No surprise there, that shell is always in our heads, telling me things that I don't understand. Then you heard about those stories, Monica. Yeah, I've heard stories about them. They had, how do you say, not so good lives. But I also heard about their elements. Their elements? I think what Monica is trying to say is, because of their past horrible lives, their emotions became their elements. In other words, they must have died and was reborn. So the spirits elements really are dead. I was right the first time. But however, it doesn't make any sense to me. Even though we know about their story, it doesn't explain how they became spirits. Or why, for that matter. I see where you're going with this. We can't just ask them. They don't remember it anyway. Maybe we can ask them. I have an idea. But I'm gonna need the Silver Shell. Do you mind filling us in? It's like Annalise said. They all lived horrible lives. Just like me. Maybe the reason that they don't remember is because they don't want to. What are you gonna do? I'm gonna help them move on. Hey, Gaia. Oh, hey, Lena. One of your favorite sea creatures? Yep. Just as cute as a dolphin. You got that right. Say, Gaia, how much do you remember about your past? Not much. Except I keep seeing hills and mountains in my dreams. Mountains? Yes, I see them all the time. In my dreams, in real life, even right in front of me. I see mountains. Gaia, I want to help you. What do you mean? I think the reason that you don't remember your past is because you don't want to. It's because I don't want to remember? That doesn't make any sense. Well, not you. But I think the Silver Shell doesn't want you to. But maybe we can ask it together. Well, I guess I can try. Your memories is what you seek? That's right. I want to regain my memories. I want to know. Do you wish to know who you were before you came, Gaia, the Earth? Who I was? I don't understand, Silver Shell. I want to know. Is it true that you create the spirits? What are you saying, Lena? I think the Silver Shell chose you the same way it chose me. You mean I was a host? That is correct. And I should tell you about your past, Gaia of the Earth. Lena, I remember everything. I remember who I was. And how I died. Well, tell me about it. Gaia? Emily. Before I lost my life and became Gaia of the Earth, I was a 16-year-old girl named Emily Rose. I lived in the mountains with my father, John Rose, who was a woodsman. Every day we'd go up climbing the mountains, collecting rocks, walking over the stream. It was so much fun. Oh, it sounded like a lot of fun. Yeah, it was. But then one day, my father started to change. It's like he became a different person. Different how? He became this man who was obsessed with climbing mountains. That same day, we were walking up the hills for hours and hours and hours, days after days after days. All we ever did was climb mountains. And after a while, my legs started hurting. I couldn't stand anymore. Didn't you tell your father? No, because I was scared. He seemed so happy. I didn't have the heart to tell him the truth. But things got worse. I started to get dizzy. My legs started to shut down. I felt the pain in my body. So I decided to sit down and take a rest for a while. I remember my heart pounding so fast. My legs were shaking. I see that. It's really no surprise. I felt like that too if I keep going on like that. I would pass out. Actually, that's exactly what happened. I remember the dizziness in my head. I was looking around for my father, but I couldn't see him anywhere. I tried calling him, but there was no answer. So I went to go look for him. And I was walking. The dizziness got worse. I called my father. The voice was low, and my legs just stopped moving. I fell over into that stream, and then I fell asleep. I never woke up. I remember seeing the rock and water, and I heard a voice. A voice? A voice saying, "Welcome, Gaia of the Earth." Ever since then, I've been going by the name Gaia. Thank you, Gaia. No. Thank you, Emily. My name is Emily Rose, the one who became Gaia of the Earth. But why? That's the same color rock I found when I died. It brought me back. Your father was not himself after he passed away, Emily. He was? You're right. He was. He seems happy now. Because he finally moved on. Goodbye, Emily.
what's eating you? You guys? I want to know about your past.
That's easier said than done.
Well, yeah. But maybe I can help.
The way you helped Gaia?
Wait, how'd you know about that?
I saw her disappear.
I know what you're trying to do, Lena.
And?
I'm happy for that. Glad I can help. So, what do you remember, Wendy?
Not much.
White. People in white. Maybe this will help. The shell?
The past is not easy to remember, is it? No, it's not. Wendy? Rachel. My name is Rachel Graver. Rachel, what do you remember? Like I said, it's people in white. People with the health cure.
I remember being in a hospital. It was 1968, in a small room. I couldn't breathe. The nurse opened a window for me to get some air. It worked most of the time, but I was still trapped inside.
Well, the nurse could have made you walk outside.
No. Because if I did, I would have died on the spot. My condition was so bad I couldn't even get out of bed. See, I had an unknown lung disease that the doctors couldn't even figure out.
Maybe I can find out for you. Really?
Yeah, we can check it out. We can do some research.
I would have told you what it was.
You would?
I did my own research on Rachel Graver.
You know what it was that I had?
COP, chronogenic organizophonia. It's a rare lung condition in which the small airways in air exchange sac become inflamed with the corrective tissues. This is an uncommon illness according in one study in 6 out of 100,000 hospitalizations.
That is a rare disease. No wonder they couldn't figure out back then. They couldn't even figure out the cause of the common cold.
I doubt they know today.
Yeah, but still. Wait, how do you know all this? You're just a shell.
Hello? Magic talking shell? Lived a long time? Anyway, back to the case.
So, I was sick with a rare lung disease?
Rare or not, it didn't stop you from living as long as you can.
That's it. You spend your entire life in a hospital bed with no air in your lungs. I mean, how long have you been there? 13 years. My parents didn't realize I had it until I was 3. The doctors couldn't figure out what it was, so they couldn't cure it. The only thing that kept me breathing was an oxygen tank and a tube in my lungs.
That's horrible. That's not the worst of it.
Wait, there's more? The oxygen tank and the tube wasn't bad, but it'd been nice to see my parents' face once in a while. They never visit me very often. To be honest, they never visit me at all. Why? Because of work? No, because they don't want to deal with a sick child. I heard it myself.
I will not spend my time to visit a sick child. I don't care. She is my own daughter. Do what you want with her, says the mother. That's right. We don't want to come here every day just so we can tell her we love her. She's nothing more than a piece of trash, says the father.
Oh my God. You heard all that? Yes. They're right in front of my door. My parents had a thing against sick people. They just don't want to deal with it, even if it is their own child.
Rachel learned that the hard way.
Rachel, is it because you died in that room? Yes. After hearing that, I thought I was gonna die. But 13 years passed and I was still alive, breathing in from the tubes. But then I keep hearing a sound saying, "It's okay to let go. We understand." Who is we? My guess was the wind flowing through the air. I didn't know it at first, but I keep hearing voices in my head. And then I just gave in. And the next time I heard that voice, it said, "Welcome, Wendy, the spirit of the wind." So you caved into nature. I knew that was the only way to set myself free.
The glow of the wind.
You know, all I ever want is to find out what was wrong with me. But then I realized nothing was wrong with me. I was just as sick as everyone else.
Two down, two to go.
Don't think of it like that.
Well, you know me. That's the way I think about them.
But you don't mean it.
Who are you kidding? I hate those spirits. All they ever do is boss you around.
They're not that bad.
Says the girl with the small personality.
I'm the one with the personality.
Shut up.
Personality is an emotional action on living beings.
What would you know? You're just a shell.
Likewise. Don't tell me you caught that from Anna Lee.
Listen, I need your help. I want Aqua and Freya to gain their memories now.
You're asking me because...
Well, you know no longer than I have. Maybe you can give me some info?
Oh boy, where do I start? You know, those two aren't exactly the easiest to figure out. And I doubt Anna Lee knows much about them either.
I see.
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking about giving her more time. Because they suffered more in life than Wendy and Gaia. I can't explain it, but I keep getting a bad feeling every time I look at either one of them.
I don't blame you. Aqua and Freya seem to be more powerful spirits than the other two. Yeah, that's the reason why you're having trouble with this.
You may be right, Monica.
Hey, let's go for a swim. That always takes your minds off things. Sure.
You know what happened, right?
Yes, they're gone. Guy and Wendy are gone. How will Lena do this?
She believes she's helping us. It's about time, too.
It's time we all moved on.
How could you say that, Freya?
Aqua, think about it.
Don't you ever wonder what your past was like?
Well, yeah, but I'm scared.
I understand, I'm scared too. But who knows what our lives were like?
All I remember was being human once.
But I don't remember after that. I don't know who I was before I became Aqua.
It shouldn't be too difficult since it was the silver shell that sealed your memories away in the first place.
Anna Lee?
Likewise.
What do you want?
I want to help you move on.
What? Why? After everything we've done to you?
I know you didn't mean it. You just wanted your memories back. But that's why I'm helping you.
When I was the Silver Shell's host, I felt a lot of regrets. I didn't know why either, but something inside me kept telling me not to give up. At first I thought I was going crazy. Every time I kept hearing those regrets, the stories in my head were clearing. And I realized it wasn't my regrets, but someone else's. In fact, two of them.
So you're wondering if it was our feelings instead of yours.
That's right. You suffered our pain when we couldn't.
I don't want Lena to suffer the same fate as me. That's why I'm helping you. She's right. I can't let Lena suffer like that. I'm ready to move. That's great, Aqua. I'm glad. What about you, Freya?
I'll wait for Aqua to move on.